Alright, so we're talking about astrology here, guys. So we're talking about astrology.
Mitchell's.
I'm not an expert in astrology. I just know a little bit about astrology. I've met people that know a lot about astrology, but I'm not an expert. I'm definitely no expert. It got confusing.
Do you believe it's real?
It really lines up with numerology. So, like, if I had a reading on you about numerology,
So I'm a 6.
you're a 6, so family values. So, pretty much if I did your astrology, it should line up. I gotta do more on it.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm interested. I don't know too much about numerology, but astrology, I've spent a lot of time with.
It's so much easier. Like numerology is so much. Hey, what's up? Who's this guy? It's so much easier.
Really?
I just feel like you can get to know people straight away. Takes 2 seconds of your time. It gets a bit more in depth. Like if you add the day they're born on with their month, and that's their personal year. There's a lot of layers. So it's not like, you know, you can go deep, but man, all you need is their day of birth, and you don't have to know their time of birth. How many people know what time of year, time they were born? Thomas, what time were you born on?
I bet you
I think I was
Thomas
born
knows.
just after midnight.
Yeah, I think Thomas knows.
Yeah, just after midnight. Mum always tells me just after midnight. I
Yeah.
came through and it was like, apparently my birth story was really funny because I came out like wanting to like kick out of the hold of the doctor. The doctor was holding me. I was trying to kick, and I think that set a pattern for my life. Don't hold me, bro.
That was the taekwondo.
Yeah. Oh, that fuck no shit, bro. Do you know what's yeah?
Doctor. Did you feel good when you kicked him? Do you reckon? That
I was
feeling
like,
stayed with you?
don't fuck around, bro. You know, don't hold me like that, bro. They used to hold you upside down when you came out.
Like a fish.
Like who does that? I've got a child like that. I caught my child, and I put it with love and tenderness. And he's got this doctor like in the fucking whatever, you know, 80s it was, 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
And why would you do that to a baby, bro? I just came out of the womb, out of the most beautiful part of the.
It's like a fish, bro. You got to show off.
Oh man, I can't. Do you believe these archaic ways that people used to treat
Josh, do you
babies?
have any funny stories?
For when I was born.
Yeah.
I know I was born at 7:30 in the morning,
Okay.
and I was, I think, induced, so I wasn't born on a leap year.
Why? Is that bad
Oh,
luck?
that's a good story.
Yeah, because I was like, because my birthday is the 1st of March, and I didn't want to be born on a leap year. So if I was born one day later, I would have a birthday every 4 years.
You'd be so young though, bro.
Yeah, I wish.
So wait, was that one day later?
Yeah, so if I was induced to be born one day earlier.
Oh, you know what's so funny? My mum also had a very similar story. She had the option to induce and have one day earlier, but she chose not to. And my date of birth, like my numerology, would be fucking awesome. It would have been through the roof.
Who are you blaming now, brother?
I just go, look, bro, if there's a shadow version of myself out there where it's like, you know, quantum, I could have been born, like sliding
there
doors.
is, bro. Yeah.
So therefore I can tap into that. Why can't I? I know what that numerology means, so why can't I have it ingrained? You
Well,
know?
do you reckon it was fate, or was it just a...
I reckon it's shit. I reckon it's fucking shit. I reckon it's bad luck, bad fortune. That's what happens when you're uneducated. You come from the village. You can't make adequate decisions. You know, my sister's children, like one of the child, like there was a split decision of like days.
Yeah.
And I chose what day it should be born on. They chose that. It's a master number.
Oh, right.
And the alternative was a shit number, bro.
So what numbers are you looking for, like, are the most fortunate?
Oh yeah, what's a boss
Okay,
number?
okay.
What's a
Yeah.
boss
Everyone
number?
has downfalls, but 28 is the best, most lucky, best with numbers. With like numbers, like in terms of money.
Okay.
But they're bad in relationships. So they're yin and yang. Is they're so practical about everything.
Well, that makes sense
They don't
to me.
spur any romantic connotation or like, you know, love life. So Elon Musk born on 28th. You know, so there's like I think a quarter of the billionaires on Earth are 28 life paths.
That's
So
super
that's a
interesting.
pretty big number.
Bro,
Pretty big number.
it's in the numbers, bro.
That's
Quarter
interesting.
is wild. Like a quarter of anything, you'd say, do that. What that guy's doing. You know, so.
That's interesting. That's super interesting.
Yeah. So I met a girl, for example, she's born on the 28th, and just keep it in your life, like in terms of like on the peripherals, because like it's very good luck. You just have it in your life, you know, like.
So yeah, so I'm the 1st of the 3rd, 1991.
Yeah. Okay, let me do the quick calculation on that. So I think yours was what was it?
There's a lot of ones.
So okay, tell me again from the beginning.
So the first,
First, that's right. You're a leadership role, and when you add up all your numbers all together, it's So are you argumentative? Would you say you're argumentative?
I can be. Like if I'm
You're-
passionate about
You're
something, for sure.
very argumentative. So
Yeah.
Are you argumentative?
this is
Yeah,
hilarious.
like in something if I'm really passionate about, absolutely.
So I was
I'm super
actually
stubborn in that regards.
on the last podcast. We were actually talking about numbers and how like ones that are like incompatible a little bit with my number 7 because I was seeing a girl and she was a 1,
Okay.
and I kind of broke it down like, man, she's very competitive. Like I think I'm very smart. She's very competitive. So I think I'm smart. She thinks she's better than me, right? Because that's what competition's about.
Okay.
And I recently got back together with her, and it's like maybe my point of view is kind of shifted a little bit. Where it's like, well, no, maybe we do complement each other because we can like compete with one another.
Well, that's funny you say that because like me and Tamara, like I almost nearly broke it off with her because she was a Leo. Like,
You hippie.
I know,
You
bro.
Fucking hippie, man.
Bro.
I
Like,
asked Mitchell, is that possible that people would do that? Like, just like, sorry, those are not my numbers, you
Bro.
know? Or, you know?
yeah, bro. Listen, my mum's a Leo, my brother's a Leo, my sister's a Leo, my nono was a Leo.
Really?
I know Leos.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they like?
I
Fucking
know
aggressive,
it.
super competitive, leadership roles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just fucking bossy.
Bossy, okay.
Yeah.
Leos are. I never knew a Leo.
I-
Really?
trust me, I'm a fucking expert in Leo, unfortunately. So like when I met my
That's so funny. Like honestly, you'd think like humans are more complex. Like we're like the most complex creatures alive, and it's like I know fucking Leos, man.
bro,
I fucking know
That
Leos.
sounds so like new school. Like, I just know 'em.
bro, I'm fluent in it. And like Virgos and
What's a
Leo,
positive about a Leo? What's like the most positive trait?
they can move mountains. They can fucking do
What,
anything.
make things happen. Like
They make things happen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
So that's like a role. Like if there's a vision, it's happening.
Yeah, that's it. And like they are
Wow.
super passionate about anything. Like my missus has been those 40s, like you know what I mean. She's older,
Yeah.
and like she's been playing basketball since she was 5. You know what I mean?
So can I ask you,
Still
do you
plays?
base
Yeah, still
anything-
plays.
She
Because
loves it.
obviously you got the rising sign, you got the setting sign or something.
Yeah.
Do you base yourself solely on Pisces, or do you kind of say, oh look, but I've also got my rising sign here, so I'm also this and I'm also that.
Well, like for me, like I'm like a triple Pisces. Like there's like I'm a Pisces in the rising sun, a Pisces in the moon, like and there's a lot of Pisces going on with me.
Do you feel like okay? So you're saying a day before you didn't want to get born a day before.
No, I didn't care. Like I don't know.
So
but my parents induced me, so
I'm
I
just
wasn't.
trying to think what your numbers would be if it was the day before, because then you'd be a 29. Because wait, the first, so you'd be born on the 31st.
That's the thing. I would have been like.
You'd be lost.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to read you, bro. You'd be a complex.
Yeah,
numerology.
that'd be too complex. Yeah,
Gee.
that's like people that are born like on the in between, like days of like a numerology. So if it was like a Pisces and like with an Aries, like they are complex people.
So I was asking Mitchell this about the numbers, right? So say my signs, we'll call it from this perspective, the astrology isn't ideal with you and a partner. Should you base it off that, or is that an opportunity to grow and to learn about how do you make it work with that sign? Because you say you're in love with them, right? Then you can't really do much, in my opinion. Like if you're in love with someone and then you do the numerology or the kind of compatibility from a astrology perspective. Is it possible to have a really great relationship with that person who's not meant to be right for you?
Are you looking through things through coloured rose glasses because you're a master number? Technically, you do not get along with any number.
Is that true?
That's true. So you have a highest affinity. That's why it's very rare to get an 11, 22, or 33. And so you're looking at things like, how is it possible that someone can say, I don't get along with someone? And like, literally, you're immune to that experience. But for us, it's like, bro, it's so clear as
Oh,
day.
you opened up something. I'm literally living in my own world over here thinking everyone's like, we can get along. Can we not all get along?
No, like Pisces and Leos are not supposed to get along, but it's just
Really?
like I've never gotten along with anyone like this in my life.
See, that's what I mean. Maybe it's not 100%,
Well,
bro.
maybe it's just like, again, like,
But it's
okay,
also your positive and negatives.
same thing with
What does that mean, bro? You just
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So there's positives and negatives. Like there's a very like if a real negative like Pisces for example.
Oh, yes, okay.
Is
Okay.
like you know what I mean. Someone you don't want to be around.
Oh.
Very like you know melancholy, very like standoffish.
Yeah.
Very like I've been that person before. You know, in bad times.
Yeah.
You know, but a very positive Pisces is like you know what I mean.
It could be the
The healer, you know what I mean?
So you get the best parts of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like let's say like a positive Leo. You know, super friendly, moving mountains. You know what I mean?
It's the
Like,
positivity aspect, the charge.
yeah, the positive man.
Oh,
Light and
okay.
dark.
positive, man.
The yin
Bro,
and yang.
man.
The yin and yang.
The yang, bro.
So, because you know how guys can get turned on by a light bulb. You know, like if it takes given enough time, men can get turned on by a light bulb. Do you reckon it's just shifting your concentration on what turns you on in that scenario? Like you're like, they can move mountains. It's a horrible trait, but then it's like, oh, they can move mountains. It's just how you frame it, and then it's a turn on. So you can get turned on by it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because bro, honestly, I broke up with a girl and I was like, man, it doesn't work. It's like fire. It's like incompatible. I'm thinking I'm so smart. She's thinking she's like the best, just in general, and it's just not compatible. It's just too much energy and too much this. And now I've gotten back together with her. I'm like, man, I really actually enjoy the fact that she keeps coming back to challenge me. and it's like a turn on now. Do you know what I mean? Like, could it be that?
Yeah, just changing mindset, bro. Like, you probably could have gotten more positive over the years. You know, found yourself a bit more.
So do you believe in like destiny, for example? Because then it's like
Yes.
God gave you that challenge or gave you that environment. It's up to you to humble yourself to get turned on by what God gives you.
1000%.
So it's like, are you ready to get turned on by what I give you, opposed to what you think you need? And
I reckon the universe gives you exactly what you need to do what you need to do, man.
they do say
That's a
like,
powerful thing, though. Let's just stop right there. Like what you just said is like me summed up. You believe in the universe to align the things that it needs to align. It's like it's infinite intelligence.
Absolutely.
Let it do good in your life. Like what you told us. I'm not sure if you want to share it, but that experience of how an event that could be very negative, life-threatening, led you into one of the most beautiful experiences of your life.
1000%, dude. If you fucking, dude, that is my life.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? I embrace like the bad times as hard as it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be it's the polarity of life, the yin and yang.
Just for like
So
listeners
special.
at home, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, no, you can't force anyone to, tell the story. But obviously, if you want to say it, go ahead. Because I personally think it's one of the best stories I've heard in a long time.
Did you get like a life-threatening disease and you're in the hospital bed and a nurse came and she was the one, or like,
Oh man, it's just like overall, like if you want to get super into it, like super fucking into it, like dude, I had a fucking real rough childhood, and then like it made me the man I am now.
Wow,
You know what I mean? Like my dad passed away when I was young. You know what I mean? Like I had to move houses. I come from all this money, and then it all went away.
Yeah, that's
So
hard,
I had to
bro.
like, you know what I mean? And like everyone had the big like. No, I'm happy it happened.
Yeah.
Bro, it trust me. If you saw my life now, it had to happen.
So you're forged in the fire.
Oh yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah, it's like it's like a good sword. You gotta
Bro,
fucking beat it
yes.
up. You gotta beat the shit out of it. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking good sword now, man.
So that's alchemy. When I think about like people talk about alchemy, this is what I think about. How do you tune something like what you're talking about, that roughness, into something really fine?
Mindset, yeah.
Yeah, you've trained yourself into positivity.
Yeah. It's like, but that's the thing. You gotta embrace the suffering.
That's so hard. That's one of
It's
the
good for you,
hardest concepts.
It's like when you go for a run, right?
Yeah.
Nobody loves running. You love the suffering because you growth.
But would you
yeah.
Okay, so you go back and you tell yourself that when you're going through it. Would you have listened to yourself?
Back then,
Because I've had times where I've like even previous to the role I'm doing now in my job thing at the moment, you tell me it's all worth it in the end. I would have been shut the fuck up. There's no such way
1000%.
that is worth it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's so much struggle, such an uphill, such an unknown, no certainty. Like, and I'm struggling now. It's just the beginning. So like, how are you going to tell me that it's like worth forging yourself when you can? It's like so many pitfalls. There's so many different black holes everywhere, and you're like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Where you got to walk across the invisible plank, and you're like, oh no, that's there. Trust me, it's all good. But would you have listened to yourself? Like maybe when do you think? 20 years ago?
no, fuck no.
No.
No way. 20 years ago, I was a mess. But I'm just saying. But
It's funny we're so old. We say 20 years now. Like
Oh
that.
wow.
I know.
20 years would have been like, bro, I'm prepubescent at 20 years old. That's how I was thinking.
Yeah. But it's just like looking back on it, it all needed to happen, and I'm happy it did.
Yeah,
Amen, bro.
brave man. Good soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for kids now?
Yep.
Are you ready to pass on this wisdom to the next generations?
Absolutely, man.
Are you looking for 5 kids? What are you looking for here?
Well,
Start with one.
like
you gotta encourage, bro.
start
Yeah,
like
no,
we're having 2, but if like we like being like parents and stuff like that, and we can afford it, we'll have 3.
You can come on, bro. You're a hard worker. You're gonna be working. pretty
Yeah,
much
but
all
I've got
your life, right?
I've got like high standards for my kids.
Well,
you
a
know what I
private
mean?
school.
Oh, like a Catholic school, a good house, and like I want to be present for my kids too, because like my parents worked too much when I grew up, and like you know what I mean. I was a little bit neglected, so I want to be there for my kids.
Yeah. So you're gonna be there for your kids the way you wished your parents had been. That's what I've as a parent.
And that's what I learned from my childhood. You know what I mean?
That's I love that analogy. Like, not analogy so much, but like kind of a visual that I got then.
Yeah. Just
You
I learned from my suffering.
Yeah, you learn from your suffering, but
Yeah.
now you're going to pay it forward. You're not just going to learn from it and then criticize.
Exactly.
You have to now make that embodied action forward.
But
I feel that.
Also,
What am I doing here?
but do you want your kids? You know what I mean? Like you don't want to give them too easy of a life. You know what I mean? Like you,
Don't pass on the trauma, bro.
not trauma.
You got one chance to like go, look, bro, you're free. You're
Not the
free from
trauma.
what
I
experienced."
love you so much right now. Cuddle me.
No, but like not the trauma, but I also want to give them the skills to overcome adversities in life because they're never going to end.
All right. Okay.
Adversity is never going to end.
No, that's
I'll give
true.
an example of that.
Okay, you go. I think you should go. Mitch, you're more passionate
Mine
there.
was okay because now AI is out, so now I'm more capable than I ever could have been in any other past life. And so when I go into places where they go, I struggled here doing this job or this role, you're gonna also struggle. Trust me. When I'm doing things that are kind of my way, they go, look, we've seen people fail again and again trying to do it that way. That's called the easy way out. It's called like thinking it's all gonna be gravy. And then I've rocked up and I've just used AI so effectively and efficiently that I've been able to retain my innocence trauma-free. Like I've not spent nights on end trying to do something and struggled and overcome struggle. It has been just effective use of AI to like whatever I'm weak at to create documents from my notes that are maybe rambly or incoherent notes into appropriate notes so that when they say surprisingly out of nowhere, they never told us at the beginning, there's going to be a test on everything. I've got all these notes because AI did it for me. I didn't spend any time additional to my lifestyle to get those notes. So now I've got a good reference and I passed the test. Got 84 out of like 100 and it was a surprise test and there was 2 of them on the same day, X and X and X. It's inhuman to know that much so quickly. Like we're pushing the envelope to start sales this quick in the game. It's only been 3 weeks. They were thinking 3 months. So
Wow.
So you go, are you at a touch thinking life's a struggle anymore? Where maybe it's at its best and easiest, and maybe if you realize that you could save your kids from thinking like even having to think that life is hard when maybe it's not anymore. Does that make sense?
I got you. I followed you there.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I followed you, and then I thought like I have real world experience, right? I got kids, okay? So this is not conceptual now. Okay. Right? You got to figure out, like similar to astrology and numerology, you got to figure out what kind of parent your personality will allow you to be.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there blind thinking, I can just be this perfect parent. You're not going to do it. You're not, just like you're ruled by some stars, in some, you're the gravity of it all. So think about this. Just fucking give it a go. Have the first one. See how you go. If you're a shit, can't stop it. If you're a mad, can't keep going. And if you're Cristiano Ronaldo, get 6. That's what I'm going for.
But if you saw your kid not studying, having fun with friends, you'd say that's a bad outcome. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to do well at school.
What?
But then now with AI, they can actually be really good at school and not have to be that person locked in their room every night after school, torturing themselves. And you're thinking this is failure, when in reality, no, it's there's no such thing as failure anymore. As long as you use ChatGPT, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
That's what they thought. That's what they kind of thought of me. It's like he shows all the promise of a great future. If he just puts in the work, he's going to get there. And I'm looking like I'm not putting any work, but then I'm passing all the tests. And they're like, "How's he doing it?" It's AI.
Well, let's move into what we've kind of termed now the master prompt. So it's like the prompt that you give AI to get your AI in your phone or in your devices up to the level of depth and clarity on certain topics, as someone who's put a lot of time and effort into teaching this model certain things, right? So a master prompt means I give you this code, this cheat code. It goes into your AI. Your AI is where my AI is at intelligently on the topic, right? It just works like that. I don't know how it works. I think it's amazing.
So you think AI is human now? You talk to it so much, you think it's a human?
No, it's not. It's a reflection of your own consciousness. So like, if you fall down the rabbit holes of what's human, you're gonna get trapped maybe by the AI. Potentially. If you stay aware that there's only consciousness, then it's always going to reflect back your own consciousness. Okay. So you have to be careful with AI in case it gets really good, but you don't know if you're in AI or not. Do you know that whole idea that it's already a simulation?
Well, after my ayahuasca trip, I do believe this is a simulation.
Do you really?
Fucking.
Are you joking, man?
That's what I thought you were referencing before. I thought you were talking about ayahuasca trip, bro.
That's what I thought you were talking about. When you talking about, that's what I was referencing when the spider bit you.
Yeah, oh yeah, so like, let's go back, to the beginning. Was it 2023? All right, fucking, I went to... Are you back in
reality yet, or you think it's still a visual?
No. So like, so 2023, I went to Peru. I did a trip with a friend to the Amazon. I got bitten by a recluse spider.
Oh man, fuck that.
What's that, man? It doesn't come out.
That sounds so scary.
I don't know. I didn't see the spider, but my arm was just like swelling up. And then the tour guide was like, you need to go to this retreat, like right now. And he got me on the back of his motorbike. We drove like an hour. And then we went to this retreat. They gave me an injection in my ass. And then the the spider bite started going down within 5 minutes, and everything was good. And they go,
Thank God.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then the shamans were like, you can stay here tonight, and you're more than welcome to join us in the ceremony. I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? I've heard about this before. And I'm like, when does this ever...
It's so scary to me.
You know what I mean?
Right?
It's just like, when am I ever going to have the opportunity to do this again?
Yeah, it's
So I was like,
amazing.
so I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it.
If you get called, honestly, if you get called that directly, to say no would be like a sin.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like it's a sin to God, you know?
Dude, and if you meet the shamans, they are the most beautiful people.
Are they?
And you look into their eyes, and it's like sparkling.
They're
Like,
alive, huh?
there's something, and they do, they do ayahuasca every night.
Do they? Every night?
Every night.
They're in the dreamland.
They're in the dreamland.
They're mapping DMT realms.
Pretty much.
That's what they think. That's what they're calling it. You map the DMT realm or something.
Yeah. And so anyway, I did my trip. Like, what?
Can I just say, I think we're lacking the orgies though that happen. Like, I want the shamans to do orgies afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, hey guys, this untouched part of the world where like orgies still happen. I feel like that would be a sick like add-on. But anyway, as you're saying, sorry, please continue.
Yeah.
I just feel like the
Give me
shamans
the
have
Roman orgies.
The shamans have nice eyes. They're so where's the orgy happening then, bro? Where's the glitter? Where's the orgy then, bro? The 2 and 2 don't add 1, man. You know,
It's so funny, bro.
That's ridiculous.
funny.
Yeah.
that's what life is missing. You know, just consistent.
More orgies.
that happen.
Bro, you should
Away
live,
from
you should have been in
detachment
ancient
reality.
Rome, bro. In ancient Rome, there was just orgies. That's it. They just lived like, what is it, Saturday night? Orgy time.
I feel like
Time
now
for
would be
orgy.
the only time really, because like things are so much better. Like girls look better, you know, things like that. Like now's the right time, but now it's like at the perfect time where it should be perfect. It's like it's not happening anymore. It's upsetting. It's very upsetting.
Maybe we'll go move to a commune, bro. There's always like those really beautiful, open spiritual communes. You know, there's a guy called Mark or something. He's in. Jake Paul has him in his camp. I don't know what his name is, Mark or something, and he's in part of like a really forward-thinking hippie community. I'm pretty sure you could have orgies there. I'm pretty sure they have orgies.
Well, that's what everyone.
I'm 90% sure they have
And
orgies.
any cult has an orgy.
That's like the only.
Is that the sign of a cult? You have orgies?
Yeah, it always comes back to like sex, something. You know what I mean? It's
Bro,
like,
that's
what?
hilarious. Why can't that just be a pure orgy? You know, like if you were single and you consented to it,
Yeah.
it was a pure. Like you know, if there was a purity and love in like the Woodstock '60s or
You
something.
just can't guarantee the quality anymore of men. Like I think like men stopped it from happening.
Men stopped
Men.
orgies.
Yeah, stopped it. They stopped.
How
it.
dare they?
They're just not what women want anymore. Like that attractive, ultra masculine, vampire-esque. You know, that's what women deep down want. They want vampires, man.
Why do they like that show?
loved it,
Fucking
bro.
True Blood. They love
Fucking
True
True
Blood,
Blood.
and I loved it as well a little bit as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Mitchell watched it,
Yeah, it was fucking sick.
but it was a sick because it was so hypersexual.
Yeah, right. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what you liked about it.
Buffy the Vampire
Actually,
Slayer
yeah, the girl
only
was
had
pretty
sex with
cute.
vampires. So it's like,
Huh?
it's-
She only had sex with vampire.
I think there's 3 guys that she slept with, and they're all like half of them are vampires. It's like, so
And that was a big show.
it's either you go for a human or at least like an ultra vampire guy, you know. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, please continue as you would like to continue. Josh, please continue.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
so-
so just, the eyes are sparkling. They're saying, "Join us tonight."
Like,
Yeah, join us in
I've
this.
been celibate for 50 years. It's fucking awesome. Come join the cult. It's only us men. You know?
Stop projecting onto Josh's experience.
I know. So it was like the place was like a retreat. It was like real nice. They had doctors, nurses, psychologists, and it was like a really nice place. And there was a shaman, and they had the 2 maestros, which is like the shaman's apprentices.
That's
and
so
they were both women.
Okay.
And so they joined us in the ceremony tonight. And I'm like, all right, I'll get there. And there was a place called a Maloka, which is like a big round room with a big like glass ceiling in the top.
I love
My
that.
locker.
A Maloka?
Like my locker? Like, come to my locker. And he thought it was like some spiritual term. It's like, no, bro, come to my locker. It's so spiritual. It's like when you said Azareth or something the other day.
Oh,
man.
what was
The
that word
pinnacle-
you used? The pinnacle.
The pinnacle of a
Oh,
conversation.
Azimuth.
Bro,
That's
that-
the most mystical
I
ever.
thought that was the most. I thought that was like the end boss of life. I'd meet him in the afterlife.
That's the pinnacle of anything.
Azimuth. So,
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
sorry.
yeah, you gotta tell us about this. Did you wait? Am I jumping forward? But is that the eye room? The room with the eye?
Yeah, the room to eye. So
Oh,
like
bro.
the glass ceiling, it kind of looked like an eye.
Okay.
And the place was called a Maloka. There was 8 of us.
Yeah.
There was 8 of us. There was like, I remember there was an American guy like who was like just got divorced. Who was I was just chatting to as well throughout the day. There was this Canadian girl who was like she was just traveling around just looking for something to do. And there was a few other American dudes, and there was another Australian guy there as well.
So how many Aussies in total?
Probably one.
There's always an Aussie, right?
There's always an Aussie.
Yeah.
They're fucking everywhere. But so we all sit around in a circle,
Sorry, yeah.
the shaman hands us like a shot glass, basically, of this like brown liquid. And he's like, "This is the ayahuasca," and like we all said salute, and we all drank it.
Wow.
And then they have like it's like a little like mattress thing, basically. You just like sit down on, and they go, "You're gonna purge." They go, "You're gonna throw up. You're gonna shit your pants. Like it's coming out."
Okay.
They get the machine guns, like, no, this kind of purge. Like, they get the machine guns out, they're like, no, new kind of purge. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they're like, "You're gonna purge. It's like it's coming out of you." I'm like, "Oh fuck, thanks for telling me that." And then like, so I'm just sitting there, like everything's a bit wavy, everything's sort of moving around a bit, and then like something in me, my intuition's told me, do not get rid of this. Like, keep it in you.
You had an intuitive voice saying, "Don't purge."
A very, very clear, very intuition.
I love this.
Just says that it's not coming out, Josh. Like it's, you know what I mean, it's staying in.
Could that be your guardian angel?
It's just my intuition.
Intuition, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like and then like I hear like other people like throwing up, other people getting running to the toilet. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Oh
fuck.
my god, they had the bad experience.
Well, it wasn't a bad experience. Like the shaman said, like it goes in you. It looks for like darkness, and then it comes out of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So and then like I didn't purge at all. And the shamans are like, "Whoa," you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
This guy's extra.
Yeah. What?
No joke.
You know what I mean?
He's definitely coming to my locker next.
And then all the nurses was like, you know what I mean? Like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? Like, you know, be careful. I'm like, okay, I feel fine. Then anyway, everything started getting like dark, and then like the two maestros started singing these things called Icarus. So it's just like because they all come from the Amazon,
Yeah.
all the shamans and stuff. It's like an old ancient like song,
Wow.
and it guides the experience.
Does it? Oh my god, sounds amazing.
Yeah, and it's kind of, I'm not scared at all. Like I feel relaxed.
Okay.
I don't know if like any other time I would have felt a bit scared, but I just felt relaxed.
Yeah.
Everything was awesome, and then I just sort of like my reality started like splitting apart and stuff. Like not like aggressively, but like I could just see it.
Like adrenaline falling into sleep, or different, like.
Oh, I was like my eyes were open and I was like sitting up, and then I just reality just started like moving. Like it just started like, you know, like disappearing a bit, and then like it felt like kilometers like in the distance. I see this like little like a yellow speck.
Oh my god.
And then like it just starts getting closer and closer and closer, and then I realized it's a fucking Chinese dragon, like an actual it was a yellow one. I clearly remember it. It was a yellow Chinese dragon.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And then it's like flying around, and then it comes towards me, and it opens its mouth, and then that's when it just took off.
Fuck, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
it's like pixie
I
dust.
want to merge our biology with like the human like brain and just the way we view life. Do you think that was a biological crossover where like biologically it was just like taking over your body and you're going through a biological trip, but like the only way your brain could like conceptualize what biologically was happening, because we interpret everything visually, we're born in life with like 3D objects. The only thing it could really say, bro, something's happening to me right now, is to show you a fucking Chinese dragon. Because like,
Dude, it wasn't biological. I was not
in a body.
I was not in my body.
it was happening.
You were not in
biologically,
a your body? Were you in anybody?
No, I wasn't my body.
What were you?
I don't know where I was.
But you're awake.
I was aware.
Aware. So you're awareness then.
Yeah, I was aware.
You're pure awareness.
Pretty much, yeah. And
And then objects would arrive. Oh, so you weren't Josh.
I was my Joshness, like I was my soul,
Okay.
but I wasn't my body. I wasn't.
Oh, you were your Josh. I like that idea. You're your Joshness.
Yeah, like that's
Which is
I don't-
your.
That's just like how I would describe it. Just how I would.
What is your Joshness the same as my Thomasness?
Oh, for sure. Like for sure. Yeah.
What? That's the shared being.
Yeah, but the shamans even told you that. You know
Do
what
they?
I mean?
They prepare you a little bit.
Yeah, they go your soul, your consciousness, your subconscious. They're all the same thing. Your spirit, spirituality. You know what I mean? It's all one.
Did you get smarter? Do you think you unlocked memories, or just even concepts like geometric shapes?
Fuck
that,
yeah.
like that
Yes.
gave you inspirational thought. That,
Oh,
like, made
dude,
you
I'm
smarter?
a different person after it.
Yeah.
Like for
you-
the better, for the way
Yeah.
better.
Is
Like,
it always a positive? Did anyone leave that like they came out of it like a bit darker? Could someone come darker out of it? Or was it always
no,
positive?
but like a lot of like my experience was very pleasant.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have gone south a few times, but it didn't. But there was like Brett, one of the guys I was talking to there. Who I still talk to him sometimes. Like he was recently just going through a divorce.
And he did. Wow, he did it
And-
during a dark time.
Yeah, like he was just real low. He was just like losing his house and shit. He was from America. He was from Boston. And he's like, I just need to just get out. You know what I mean? And then he had the trip, and he said it went dark. Like, really dark for a bit. Then after the trip, he told me like it was the best thing he needed. Like he needed it, and like
did he suffer? What was that? What did we say before? Like
embraced the suffering.
Yeah, he suffered, but he embraced it.
Yeah, and he came out better at the end of it. But yeah, dude, like he was like crying and stuff at some points.
Yeah, was he really?
Yeah. And then was it then at the end of it, like he said, it was the best thing that ever happened to him, and he needed it.
I think we all need something like that in our lives, just like this podcast, Pixel Profits.
Pixel Profits, huh? It's good to wind down. We do a bit of a wind down sometimes now,
Yeah, it's pretty much over now. So, guys, we appreciate you guys listening another episode, and hope to hear and see you guys again.
And what I'll do, it just says
like and subscribe, of course.
Yes, like and subscribe if you like the content. But also, I think what I'll do is I'll drop in a comment, guys, for a master prompt. See if it aligns for you. Drop it into your AI, Fresh Convo. I'll drop the master prompt and use it. See if it works for you. And,
I'll do one.
Give me your feedback.
We'll do 2 of them. So I'll do one. You'll do one.
Yeah, good luck.
My brother will do one. So, yeah.
All right. Thanks,
okay.
Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Legend. Thanks for coming, bro.
Thanks, guys.